pick somebody you are comfortable with or you already know you're new to. So you need someone to counteract you who's got loads of experience and who can sort of be like that parental figure to give you sort of tough love when you need it and support when you need it.
The days of the teacher knowing it all and telling the students, it just should be gone. Of course, we're going to have more knowledge about certain things because we've been doing it longer, we've got more experience. But I do see a PhD as, I always think of it as a joint voyage of discovery. I learned so much when I supervised PhDs. I might know an awful lot about a topic, but it's always nice to have your knowledge and your assumptions about things challenged.
I was looking at supervisors who had subject specialist knowledge in relation to my own interests.
I'd done some research first. I contacted a lot of universities throughout the UK. Some weren't interested. But no. Some were quite, put you down straight away. No, we've got nobody who could supervise you in that, and that was it. Just cut you dead.
Before I applied, I did a lot of research into which universities had research schools that were looking into the same areas I was interested in. And I also wanted to pick a uni that had a postgraduate research program I could engage in so that I would feel part of a community. So that really narrowed down my choices as to where I could find a supervisor. And then I contacted supervisors over email from about 2 unis to see if they would be interested in my project. And one said that they didn't have the capacity to supervise me, and the other one was keen.
I knew that I was going to have to, meet her however many times over the 5 years of my studies, and yes, for me that it was really important that that personalities, that we worked well together. It was from my end in terms of their feedback, but also any further suggestions that they had in terms of development.
It's quite hard to find a supervisory team that would feel comfortable taking on a project like this that was so interdisciplinary, because you need someone who's sort of from the clinical perspective, and then you need someone from the research design perspective, and then you need someone from the language perspective.
So I kind of chose her because I already knew her and I liked her and she's the writer and I liked what she wrote.
And so my friend's supervisor introduced me to my now supervisor, who introduced me to the rest of my supervisory team. So it was that age-old story of networking. That's how I met my supervisory team.
So getting out emails everywhere and trying to find the supervisors when I was starting to apply for my PhD was my only strategy. So essentially, I didn't know how to go about it. But eventually, I realized that the better way for me to approach it is to actually define my own research properly. So by understanding my own self, my own research, and what I really want to do, it really helped me trim the lists of hundreds of names of potential supervisors.
People don't give you places or they don't help you with things just because they feel sorry for you. They do it because you have a good idea and they think they can work with you and you are capable. And you are capable even though you perhaps don't believe it.
So, I have around 10 students that I'm supervising, and it's so much easier if each individual takes responsibility for saying to me it's time for a meeting.
It isn't a traditional teacher-student relationship. It is more perhaps like coaching or just working together and let's just discover new things.
Be curious about your supervisor as well. How did they get to be in the position they're at? What's their life story? Because you're going to learn a hell of a lot from how they got to be where they were.